Okay guys, hey, it is Donna, the Blissful Planner. How are you doing today? Today I have a how to make a planner spread without stickers. So, what I'm going to do, this is basically a how-to tutorial on my take on a vintage love letter spread for February on my weekly, and it is going to be the week February the 1st through the 7th. Now, you may be asking, what do you mean, how do I make a planner spread without stickers? And as you can see, you know, the paper is curled. That's okay. Once it goes in your planner and sits in there, it's not going to curl anymore, okay? What I did, okay, is here's my other side of my, this is a dashboard spread, by the way, this is the page that has like the to-do, the errands, the bills to pay, yada, yada. I took a piece of cardstock and cut it and glued it down. And then I took this little dauber thing, and now you can do this with markers, or you can do this with these little paints. Basically what they are is they're decorating chalks. I dampened the dauber and put it on here, and of course took a piece of paper over here to get the massive wetness off. And if you don't have something like this, you can just like use a marker and like rub it over, like saturate it and rub it over. But what I did was just take it and I just to try to antique this. Now I didn't do this one as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you what I did. Okay? Because I want you all to learn how to do some stuff. And this isn't nearly as hard as, you know, you may be thinking. Okay? I just take a little tiny bit of water and I dampen this. Okay? This is dampened enough. And I take my decorating chalks or paints or whatever. You know, you may have a different idea. And I just rub this down in here. See? And I start pretty lightly, and I just want to make it look like it's old. So you can take it around, and there is no right or wrong, folks. I mean, it can be like this. It can be super light. It just needs to look old. It needs to have that hue on it to make it look antiqued, okay? So what I'm doing is just taking this to just age it. I'm just trying to age it, okay? Alrighty. I know, how many times can I say okay in one video? So, I mean, this one is more smooth, and I did this one a little bit heavier. If I want to go into this one and give it a little bit more oomph, I can do that. I can put a couple streaks in it to make it a little bit darker. So, like I said, it's basically all up to you and what you want, how you want it to look. So, you get the idea. So, again, I use decorating chalks, dampen this little dauber, and you can do it as heavy or as lightly as you want to. Either works. Okay, I also... Now, here's the other piece of paper. I took some washi tape that I got off of an Etsy shop probably about 6 months ago, and I felt like this looked like a love letter, obviously. And I just ripped it and tore it in places that I wanted it to be like a backdrop for the stickers I'm going to use, okay? The 6x6 paper pad that I used is from Hobby Lobby. I got this on clearance. It's Romance Novel. And it has all kinds of antique looking papers in here. So I pulled from this. It's $6.99, not on sale. So it was, I think it was 50% off. So $7, $3.50. All right. And what I did is I tried to weight this down a little bit with other sticker pads and stuff that I did have. And what I will do is once I put this down on this sheet of paper, then I will literally go in, and what you can do is, like, once I've glued this down, I can literally put books on top of this to make this go flat, and then I'll punch it and put it in my planner, okay? So very quickly, I am going to take my glue stick, and if I had the Tombow, keep in mind, now I'm just going to be honest with you guys. If you use glue stick, it will warp up your paper a little bit, okay? If you use like the rolling adhesives, it doesn't do that. So I didn't have any, and I didn't want to go out and get the adhesive. I want to use up what I have. You know, you can go around and you can collect supplies all day long. At the end of the day, you know, you have supplies and a whole lot of no money. And, you know, I have this, it works. Maybe, you know, yeah, it's going to curl up the paper, but at the end of the day, is that really the biggest deal in the world? No, it's not. And so I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to put it right, I'm trying to get it on there straight, there we go, as I can. And we're going to mash this down. I like to try to get it on there really, really well. And what I do is I take my card and I try to do this just to get it adhered everywhere as well as I can. Okay. That really helps. Okay. See, it's already laying down better. And, you know, I use, when you want to cut cardstock, you're going to take your original sheet, lay your cardstock on top of it, and you can either use scissors, or I use this, it's the Fisher's slicer, so to trim paper with, and it really works very nicely. So what I did was I took one of these sheets from these, this book I told you about. I've got stuff everywhere. And I took this piece and I cut corners, okay? And then I took one of these pieces in the back, right? I think I used, no, not that one. This one, and I used some of it. I tried to keep stuff sort of torn. And I used, where is it at? This one. So, and I just cut the stuff out. You know, that's all I did. Now, if you want the stuff to look like it's really old, take your dauber. Now, here's a piece. And you're just going to rub that, see, on the edges. You can do a marker the same way and just blend it out with a cotton swab, your finger, a Q-tip, and this just makes it look old. It gives it some age, because you know how paper yellows after several years, and that just keeps your theme of your vintage look going, see? It went from being, you know, bright and shiny and new to looking old, okay? I have, let me see, one more that I need to do. This actually came from some scrapbook supplies that I got from a friend at work, Heather. And she had all of these super neat things. It was like confidential, an inspection tag, and like there was note to self, the postcards, happiness card. There's all kinds of neat stuff in this that you can cut up and make into pretty much anything you want. So we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to make it look old. We're going to give it some patina. I don't know if I said that right, but you know what I mean, folks. See how you can just rub it in like that? You take it and go this way, and it sort of takes out the lines. And you're making it look old. I mean, you don't know, like when you find these old letters and stuff in your attic or go through grandma's things, you know, this stuff looks like it's been through the war and back. So now you instantly have something that looks old. On this one, I cut it sort of rigid so it looked like it was torn and distressed it with this. Okay, it's stuff that's super simple. It's really not hard, and it's really out of the box, okay? You know me. So, let's move on. Here is this side. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down right there. Those are going to be my corners, okay? All my corners are going to look pretty much the same. Let me find, here it is, my little item that I like to use. We're going to lay it down in the corner. I like to press it down with my hand just to try to make sure it's adhered on there. And I just love how this is already bringing out the antique look. Then we're going to do this corner. I think you're really going to like this when you see the finished product. And I just really wanted to walk through this with you guys and actually show you how to do it. I didn't feel like it was fair to not actually do a how-to video and show you what I'm doing. I mean, you know, maybe you never did a sticker plan or a planner without stickers, you know, and now, you know, you may have a bunch of old scrapbook supplies at home, and I'm going to move this one out of the way, and I'm just going to focus on this one for right now, and maybe you want to use some of this stuff up. Well, I don't know a better way to do it than to just go through the stuff and just sit down one day and figure out, you know, what do I want to do? What do I want it to look like? So, and I'm just making it, I'm trying to make it really as simple as possible. You just move this over. This is actual tissue paper. And if it gets a wrinkle in it, that's okay, because that just makes it look that much more authentic. Now, when you got edges like this, what I do is I just roll this up, okay? And just make it right back down. Just take your little edge, put a little bit on it, roll it right back down. There you go. It's like booyah, finished. Okay, so here's this corner. Now, what I want to do up here, got stuff everywhere, and I just want to make them look like they're torn up pieces of paper on here, is we're going to take the glue stick, same as we did before, and we're just going to put it on here. And like I said, if it gets a bubble in it, that's okay. It looks that much more authentic and old. And what I'm just going to, like somebody just threw that on the page. That's what I'm doing there. So, you know, I think that is going to be so cute. I really tried to think of something different, and I was, you know, I ran it by my daughter, and she's like, oh, yeah, Mom, it looks really cute. I like it. And I'm just like, yeah, but will everybody else like it? And she's like, well, does it matter? So, anywho, I'm going to put my hand on that for just a hot minute. So, looks like somebody threw an old postcard on the page. And then I'm going to put this here, and this is going to give us additional writing. I need to get a piece of paper because this is getting super sticky. And I'm going to put this down, right there. Excuse me. I just absolutely love this. Now, I'm going to take, I forgot to put that down first, didn't I? Well, I'm going to put this, let me cut this off. And I just take my scissors and just make weird edging on stuff. I'm going to put it like right there. I'm going to put this here, and then I will be ordering some adhesive runners and some whiteout, and because I am almost out of all this stuff, and quite frankly, I will be happy to not be using the messier stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. So, I mean, glue sticks work fine. I mean, it sticks the stuff down. You can see this stuff is down. I mean, you might have the little corner come up here a little bit, but that's very easily adhered back down. So there's that, and I'm going to, my idea was to put this like so, and this has a piece of washi on it to hold it down. And I got, this is the washi that's in the Theater of Stars. It looks like wood. And I'm just going to tear this. What I'm going to do is take this piece off. Oh no, I tore it. Now, let's do this. And if it's messy looking, that's okay. I mean, this might have been laying in a trunk for 100 years. You don't know. So I'm going to do that. But then I'm going to do some glue as well. I think any little thing like that just adds more character. Pull this up real quick. Put some glue on it. And I still have a functional planner page. That's the main thing. You can decorate till the cows come home. And that's all good and fine. But if you decorate so much that it stops being functional, you might have a little bit of an issue. And so what I'm going to do here, because this is a little bit more vibrant than I like, is I'm going to try to maybe just knock down some of that. And see, I did that over here too. So this stuff would look old as well. All right, now, over here, I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. As I'm going to make this look like it's coming out of the top. Like an old piece of like a lace dress or something was what I was going for there. Like I said, a little out of the box, folks. And I'm going to take this washi and I'm going to tear it into like that. And so do you see how much more expression, you know, the planner has when you do stuff like this? It gives you so much more, you know, definition on stuff. You know, I mean, technically, I guess I could, like, do something like that, but then I think that just takes away from what I've already done. So, on this one, I think we've got a pretty decent page. What do you guys think? So now, what we're going to do, just so you all can see this on camera, is I'm going to take, and this might make the camera vibrate a little bit, and you put it in your punch. Try not to do anything that makes it vibrate. And there is the one page of your planner spread. Now, I'm going to use this February and like put it right here in 2021. But you don't, I don't want to, this is about not using stickers. My hand lettering is absolutely horrible. So, I mean, I can write February out there and it probably wouldn't be that bad. But if you know how to letter, or even if you don't, and that's what you want to do it. So I'm going to lay down the February right there. And I'm going to try to pull all these up together and put, so there's my one page. And I was going to use some of these, but then I decided, no, that's a sticker. So that's going to go against what I wanted to do. So here is the one page, and now we're going to come back over here, and we're going to get started on this page, and then I'll put them both together. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do our corners over here. What did I do with my... I'm sorry, there's a fire truck going down the road in my neighborhood. If you can hear that, I apologize for the noise. All right, put this one on here. These are a little forgiving. You can sort of move them a little bit if you haven't gotten them down quite straight, but I mean, that's straight enough. And so what I'm going to do here, let me go ahead and now put my corner down. I don't want to mess up like I did before and forget to put a sticker underneath a sticker. You know, I'm trying to do a lot of layering on this as well. I'm going to put this upside down just because I think it's easier when your paper's curled like this a little bit. See how I can just sort of slide it over just a little bit? You can just take your nail and just sort of push it. Maybe. There we go. Good enough. Lay my hand on there. The heat of your hand will really adhere those down. And this paper actually had a stain on it, which honestly I felt like made it that much more authentic. So I ripped this and I'm going to put it in here. But I want to put another piece of this lace down on the edge here. I'm just sort of daubing it. I can get it off my finger. And this is the functional page with the dates on it. But, you know, it's okay if you don't have a dated planner. It's okay if this isn't Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. It's okay. I know. It's just like if you have a planner, you know what days are what, and you know what to put where, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't have to, if it's covered up, it's not the end of the world. You know that it's Tuesday, or you know that that's Wednesday, or the 3rd, or the 4th, or the 5th, or whatever. So I'm just going to put this like this. And I'm fully aware that that's off the page. And we're just going to take that like so. And this is going to go right here. And glue it down. Glue sticks actually do work pretty good. I mean, shockingly. I mean, I was sort of surprised how well they do work. Put that down. Scoot that just a little bit. I just like how when you layer this stuff, it just looks like you opened up a trunk and you found all these treasures is what it reminds me of. It's like, oh wow, like it's just like your first visual look inside of something that you found that was like seriously really old. And so I just felt super inspired with this old stuff. I'm really into vintage and shabby chic and all that stuff anyway. So this was right up my alley. Now, I don't want to put this too close to the edge because remember, we still have to punch our holes. Okay? Lay this one down. See, I like how this edge is ripped. And you can always just, if you don't want that to be super white, you can just try to daub that off a little bit and make it look a little bit older. See? Like I took all of that white right out of there. All right. Now I'm going to put this right here on top of that. Like I said, we're just daubing our glue, especially try to get close to the edge. That's the main thing because you want it to adhere down. And we're going to lay that right there. And I want this, I haven't put that one down yet. I was thinking about having this right, let's see, this goes here, an old piece of paper. No, I'm going to put it like this. And then this is going to be here. I thought about just nesting that in there like that. And putting this here. And then, wait a minute. Let's take this up for a second. All right. That right there. There we go. Where's that? I might put, if I can get my fingers on it, I might nest this under there. That. Okay, so let's get this down first. When you're layering, you know, you have to remember, like, okay, I need to put this before I put that if you're trying to make layers. And this is going to give me all of the functionality that I need for this spread, because these are all blank. I mean, I can use these as my Monday, my Tuesday, so on and so forth on this planner. And this is my catch-all planner, and it's a dashboard, so I can still utilize this, and it can be a completely productive setup. So don't think that just because, oh, I don't have cut out pages that are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays on them, you know, it's okay. It's really okay. All right, got glue all over me. All right, let's turn that back around, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this piece of paper, this like right like that. On top of that, tissue paper is a little more challenging because it's very thin, so it tends to be a little bit harder to stick down, but just be patient with it. And anything that you want to trim off or you don't like how it looks, once you get it down, like I don't know that I like that, I can just take my X-Acto knife in a hot minute and I can go in there and I can take that little tip off, you know? That's the great thing about planning, and when you're creating like this, everything just works if you really just think about what you're doing. You can just cut it off, or like, I don't like that, you can pull it back up, you know. And I just try to think of no sticker spreads, because one, a lot of people have stuff they want to use up, or they don't have the money, you know, to go out and buy sticker books all the time. And, you know, I love my Happy Planner sticker books, but I don't have probably two little of those little Target trays. Not even, I got one full and the other one's not even full. So I don't have a whole lot of stickers. And I have to think of ways to make this work. I don't know if I'm gonna put that in there or not. I thought about just having it peeking out, but I don't know. I just wanted to give it some personality. But I don't know. Let's see. And then put this down. And then if you wanted to go back in, like where that's not sticking up, or, you know, something like that, you can always use your washi to go in there and to do that. And if something's overlapping a little bit, that's okay too. I'm going to put this right there. So it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or Tuesdays, I don't usually have anything. So I could make a notation here, you know, I could make this Saturday and Sunday. I could make this, you know, I have places to write is my point, and you can make it work. So the functionality is still there, and you have something that's just completely out of the box. You can use up all those old scrapbook supplies, or just use stuff you have around the house. I mean, you know, look through an old magazine or something. There might be something in there that gives you some inspiration to just totally do something completely different. So there's always ways. You can use an old trash bag, an old brown bag, an old brown lunch bag, and rip it and make your corner and make it, you know, that's very vintage. And just take any old washi tape that you may have and just go to town with it. I mean, it's really, it can be very easy. And where that's not right there adhering good, I'm just gonna run that across there like that. Give that a little whip whip. And I thought about putting this right here, just like to maybe jot something down in, but I don't like, I think I'm just gonna tear it. Yeah, I'll tear that edge too. I like this whole torn thing. There we go. Just to fill in that blank spot there. I just think that looks a little weird. It's just a little empty. So, tell me what you think about this, guys. Tell me what you would do. Give me your ideas on what you would, how you would do a spread with no stickers. You know, would it overwhelm you? Would you be like, oh no, I can't do that? You know, let me know what you think. I'd be really excited to hear from you guys and just be like, you know, wow, that was a really good idea, or wow, that was not a really good idea, or, you know, I just really want to know what you think. Seeing that even gives it some more dimension, just putting that on there. So, and I used, this is what it looks like. It's it looks like a wood grain, okay? So that's that washi. And then on this page, let's go back and get all our stuff out of the way here. Now, let's open it up and get it all. Okay. And then this washi is right here. And then I used this, and it looks like a marble finish. I used these 3 along with the love letters. So these were the washis that I used, okay? And like I said, I used the vintage romance novel 6x6 pattern paper from Hobby Lobby. My glue stick, my dauber with some chalk decorating ink. And that pretty much sums it up, folks. Now you can write on this or do whatever, you know, you want, add stuff in here. If you want to date something, you could do that. But see, like this one's already adhered down really well. So let's go ahead and punch this one. And what I will do tonight, before I put this in my book, alrighty, sometimes when it's a little bit thick, it don't want to go in there. There it went. All right, I try to use the cardstock. Some of the scrapbook paper is like super thick and really hard to get punched. And like if you don't have markers and you wanted to, like, I just got these at the Dollar Tree, and like on your edging and stuff, you could just go in here and get like the brown marker. Let's just try it out, if I can get it open. And you could just, like I was telling you, you could just take this and you can rub it out. You can put just a very little bit on it and you can rub it out and make it look, oh, you can edge your stuff, which it would be ideal if you edged it, you know, before. You can just go over your edges. You can do, and when you run over them like that, it just keeps them from being so sharp. See how I just took that and it just gave that a little bit of patina? And that brought that forward. That gave that 3D dimension that I was talking about. You know, you could even do that like over here. You could, you know, take it and just take a very little bit of it, just the least little bit of stuff, and it'll really, look at how that brought that to the forefront. Just rub over it with your finger. See how that just gave it some oldness, made it look antique, like an instant antique. And I think I might do this one over here, because this one's edge is just like, and this is just an old cheap Dollar Tree marker, and you're just running over your edges, and just, it doesn't have to be perfect. And you're smudging it. You're making it look like that got stained or something. It's supposed to look authentic and old, you know? All right, so let me see if I need to trim anything. I think I had that one spot. Where's my, there it is. I didn't like how that was sticking up right there. So I think I'm just going to try to cut that. Now, whether it comes up, sort of bend it. There we go. That's better. Just didn't like how that was sticking out there like that. And I think I have a little tiny piece of washi right there. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. I want you to tell me what you think. This is the how to make a planner spread without stickers. And I hope that you found it informative. I hope that you found it helpful. And I hope you found it to be something that you would be able to use and save your money on stickers and make something that is not anything anybody else has. I mean, this is like one-of-a-kind planning, and I love that about it. So, like I said, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you'll consider giving me a thumbs up. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel, hanging around for more content. I put videos out every Saturday and Sunday morning at 9 a.m. I will see you then, and until the next time, be blessed. Bye, guys.